you when the Republic was hanging in the balance. I am going to be able to tell them I was right there, fighting to my last breath to save it. If you think that this mom-led revolution is just a little thing that's going to come and go, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President and founder, Moms for America, Kimberly Fletcher.
Is it not a great day in America? So I am so excited to be here with you guys when we're happy, because it really was really close to being really, really terrible. And now I wake up giddy every morning looking at my email going, what do we have today? It's awesome. But there's some things that we definitely should be celebrating. The confirmations, the gulag has been opened, the pardons have been done. Women are women again. And I was so honored and thrilled to be with the president and 47 of our moms and their daughters when he signed that, we should not have to say historic, executive order protecting women's sports and our safe spaces. Everything that we asked for, we're getting. And I am so grateful to be living at this time. But I want to make sure that we do not forget 2020. Because those 4 years, if the President of the United States, I love saying that, if he had gone from one term to another, he would not be anywhere near as effective or on target as he is now. And the things that he's getting done, he knows. We don't have the luxury of time, but he cannot do it himself. The calls that you made to make sure that the confirmations went through, that made a difference. And I have to say, I was thrilled to be able to get the text from RFK that said, we made his day when he came out of the hearing and went in and out of the hearing and had all those moms out there in their purple shirts and Moms for RFK, and it was awesome. So these guys are there, things are happening, children are being rescued. But there's a lot that we have to do, and we have to do it together because they cannot do it alone. I do want to make sure, though, and take a moment to thank Elon Musk, because prior to him taking over X, we had been permanently suspended from Twitter. No way to get our account back. And then this white knight comes galloping in and pushes a button and pays a bill and says, you're back. So thank goodness that we have a voice again. This mighty movement of moms has been incredible over the last 3 years, rallying moms, pulling them together, and being able to be a voice for common sense and truth, and promoting those principles and values that we hold dear. There are some things that we have that we're doing. It's pretty exciting because the message of Moms for America, reclaiming our culture for truth, for family, for freedom, for the Constitution, those principles of values of freedom are resonating not just across the country, but around the world. And I have had all these people from these other countries who have said, we need a Moms for America in our country. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work as Moms for America, but we can have a Moms for Hungary, and we can have a Moms for Europe, and we are uniting all of those moms who have come to us, big announcement. We are launching momsforfreedom.world to collect the moms, gather them together all over the world to stand for these same principles and values. We are a very solution-based organization, and so when we see a problem, we don't just talk about the problem, we come up with a solution. And when we find somebody that we can partner with that has a solution, we get excited. One of those partners is the Child ID program, and we are thrilled to be able to partner with the NFL and the attorney generals across the country, law enforcement, and standing to protect our kids with these child IDs. I carried these around in my pocket throughout the 1980s and 90s when I was raising my own children. I had 8 of them, so I had 8 little child IDs, so that if the unspeakable did happen, I had the information to provide to law enforcement to get my kids back into safety. With everything that's happening with child trafficking and sex trafficking, this is something positive that we can do to give parents a peace of mind. So we are launching this here today, our partnership with Child ID program. There's a real threat to our country, and it's not going away. What we saw when all these people were flooding to us and all this crazy was happening, all these moms were asking, where is this coming from? I said, it's always been there. If you've seen The Lord of the Rings, the orcs were always underneath the ground doing their horrible, dark, evil deeds. It was when the ground ripped open and they all started flooding out that we were like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Do not think that the devil sleeps. They have just gone back underground. And this is our opportunity to make sure that ground never opens up again. So we have things that we can do, uniting and standing together. So the greatest weapon that we have right now in our arsenal is moms. And we have got to stand together, unite across the country and around the world to stand up, because the hand that rocks the cradle is not just a cute little saying, it's an immortalized fact. And if you want to turn this around and hold on to the values we hold dear, protect our children, defend our freedoms, restore the republic, we do it through the mothers of America. If you are a mom, if you are a grandma, if you are a woman of faith, stand up. Stand up right now, stand up. You are the heroes. You have stood strong. You went out and you voted. I need you to reach out to every mom you know, your daughters, your sisters, and you tell them how important that voice is. Because if we want to continue to win, we've got to get these moms who aren't voting out and voting. We've got to restore this love of liberty. Of all the things that is happening right now, the thing that I am most excited about is America 250. I was 10 years old in 1976, and I still remember what it felt like that year. It was like an explosion of patriotism, and everyone from Jack Daniels to Avon created some kind of commemorative piece, which now sits in my living room. That's okay. And I think I own stock in eBay. Anyway, but we can do this again. We have an opportunity to light a flame and start a resurgence of patriotism across the country. This is like a 50-year opportunity. We won't have it again. We need to share the story of America. We need to be celebrating everything that makes us unique and exceptional, because the world, I can tell you, as I'm talking around the world to these different countries, these people are coming and saying, we're looking to you. And I just spoke in Europe at Make Europe Great Again. And what every single representative from those countries said was, now we have hope. It is changing around the world. So I have some really good news. If you want to join this mom movement, we encourage you to do so. Come to momsforamerica.us. You can get on your phones right now and text MOMS to 53445 and be a part of this mighty movement of moms, because I'm going to tell you what. We have the Air Force. We have the Space Force. And now we got the Mom Force. And we're not done.